Hey kinfolk, Brian here with the Bearded X, and we're going to go over leg wraps and why you should have them, why they're a great idea, and how the easiest, simplest, and most effective way that I've found to do these. So let's get started. Hey kinfolk, so we're going to go over leg wraps and why you should use them. One, it adds an air of authenticity to your kit, and the reason why is because most Dark Ages, Middle Ages, European and even Asian cultures use leg wraps. And if you have like less than decorum pants and you want to kind of cover that up, you know, this will go a long way to doing that. It actually covers a good portion of your pants. And the only thing that will be exposed is maybe 6 inches of fabric. So it just kind of blends into the background if it's not a good pair of pants that you're wearing. So it definitely levels up your kit, no matter where and what kind of quality pants that you have. So the reason why medieval and Dark Ages cultures used these is because it was great protection against the wildlife around you. It was environmental armor. It protected your legs against poison ivy, poison oak, stinging nettles, all sorts of bugs and things like that. It kept your legs fairly dry. So if you're going through winter, and it kept your pants from getting wet. So leg wraps, really great idea. And so the third reason as to why you want to have leg wraps is because it's great padding between your leg and greaves. It keeps the armor from shifting and turning and twisting and rubbing your leg in the wrong way and kind of just ruining your experience. And you don't want that, and it's very inexpensive. I bought this pair for $20 and on Etsy, and I think that included shipping. And it's very little money and very little effort to actually do this. So this is my tip as to how to really improve your experience for you and others around you. So let's get started. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is find a comfortable place to sit, or a position where we can get our leg wraps on. So you can do this on your knees, or you can do this sitting down, or just sitting on the ground, whatever you prefer and whatever works for you, essentially. So the other thing you're gonna have to do is take off your shoes. Take off your boots or shoes. Reason being is this is gonna go right around my ankle, and these boots are gonna keep that from happening. So make sure that my sock is pulled up, because that helps keep the leg wrap in place. So you want your pants pulled down, not hiked up, because any kind of slack up here is going to slide down your leg and loosen up your leg wraps. So next thing you're going to do, get behind your leg like so, right behind the crook of the leg, not on the fold, just right beneath it, as you can see, like that. And you're going to go around once, one full revolution around your leg, and you're aiming for snug. Then you want to go about halfway over, just like so. So one thing to note when you're putting these things on, before you even buy these, they'll run you about $20 for a set, and you want at least 12 yards. Anything lower than that, it's not going to be enough. If you have extra thick thighs, definitely look into getting 15 or 18 yards. You're going to need more. Or thicker calves. If you have thicker calves, you want to go that route, because ultimately you're just not going to have enough fabric. I have a friend of mine that who has exceptionally large calves. He's a very big guy. Like his calves are about the size of my thigh here, so they're very big, and he just couldn't get a good pair. Now you can always have too much, and you can just cut off whatever you don't need, or just keep wrapping over the excess, but you can't add on. I mean, you can, but it's just difficult. And but yeah, that's also, make sure it's wool. Anything less than that, anything that's not wool, will be just too slick, and this is kind of more coarse in that it doesn't like to slip on itself, whereas like say linen or cotton or something like that, it's much more likely to do that to you. err on the side of just maybe a bit too high up on it. So if you're not all the way halfway down, just going a little bit higher doesn't hurt. And you're gonna get like bunches like this where it's just gonna wanna fold on you. So you wanna tuck it in this way. Now as you get down to the bottom, you wanna go around your ankle once and then back up again. Now that you're at the very end, you're gonna go over the one that you just went around and you're gonna stuff it in there. And you're gonna pull it tight. Just like that. And so as the gravity wants to pull it down, it's pushing all of it down into itself. And wool provides enough friction against itself to keep that from happening. And so you can generally keep these on all day and they won't come unraveled and they'll be nice and protective for you. And so when you're done, just put your shoe back on, you're ready to rock and roll. And that just looks so much better, doesn't it? Like if you have the two, this looks just so much better. It adds a lot more texture and interesting. It just looks so much more, it just looks better. And so, yeah, you can tell the difference right here. Leg wraps. So another way to do this is, of course, take off your shoe, hiking up everything, making sure that everything is nice and high. You want to start from the foot and then go up. And again, one full revolution around the foot. It's a little easier when your legs are crossed. And you want to go around the heel. And you want to spiral up like so. You're going to need more fabric for this style. And this isn't my favorite style, but some people really like it. And then you go down. Same way, halfway over. Around the ankle, then back up. Now, as you notice, there's a little tab here, little hook, and you can just put that in, and that hooks right in, easy peasy. This will come undone, so these are my dress, leg wraps, and they'll come undone every now and again. It'll just kind of pop off and then come undone. Now generally, this style is actually not a bad idea as far as because it gives you a bit of arch support and ankle support, and that's, you know, for some people that's essential. And if you're trying to get a little bit extra out of your decorum shoes, this is a great way to do it. And but this particular style, so yeah, those are my two styles of doing things. And so there's all sorts of ways that you guys can do this, but the general idea is that you want the final layer to be from the top down. As this slips, it's going to slip down into the, it's going to want to push into the fabric here. And that's what you really want. If you go a different way, it's going to definitely come unraveled. Okay, so say it's at the end of the day, I'm going to show you guys how to take these off and make sure that they're useful the next time you want to put them on. And so, as you unravel it, just wad it up at first. Now this isn't the final form. I know you get tired and you don't want to do it, but it saves you a lot of, you know, having to do it the right way. So you just, once you have your wad, grab the bitter end there and toss it out. All right, bring it back. Now, these are going to be different from these because this has a little tab. And you want to fold, say the hook is up, you want to fold that back and then roll it, and roll it in a nice wad in a nice little roll. So as you unravel this, it's going to, that little hook is going to be in the right position for you to hook it back into itself. So yeah, and then put them away, because if they just kicked around just like a ball of yarn, it'll just come unraveled and you got to wind it back up again. All right, Ken folks, so I was hoping this was helpful, and if it was, if you found this entertaining, then head on over to my support websites, my Ko-Fi, my Patreon, and my Etsy. All of the links in the description down below, and it really goes a long way to helping me get better camera gear, lighting gear, sound gear, all that good stuff. It's making sure that you guys get quality content every single time. And also, if you guys can't afford any of that, just head on over to my that subscribe button and that like button and leave a comment. Even if you disagree with me and you want to call me a bonehead, just go ahead and set it down there in the bottom. I read all of your comments and I definitely respond to them, and I really do appreciate what you guys have to say. And that's basically it for this episode, nerds. I'm going to send you home with the be humble, be helpful, be honorable. Thanks for watching.